Hey, hello there, and thank you for joining us right now here on Ad World. Now, for the past 2 years, we've been presenting the Luggie mobility scooter. I've presented virtually every show, loved every minute of it, and we have sold huge quantities of these scooters. Maybe you've watched the show before, but you've never been able to order. Maybe they've just been out your price range, or you've not been sure. Right now, for a limited amount of time, we're going to give you, to celebrate the 2nd anniversary with Luggy, we're going to give you the best prices by far. We're going to give you £500 off the Super, £400 off the Elite, and £300 off the Standard. For those of you that don't know about the Luggy, we're going to explain why it's so unique, how it actually works, and why it has helped thousands and thousands of ladies and gents get back to normal life, doing things like going down to the shops, having days out, nipping down to the garden centre, being able to go out with family and friends, being able to get around the garden, being able to get around the neighbourhood. But today is your chance right now of getting the best ever prices by far. And literally, we've never done anything like this in the last 2 years. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you the deal. So, over here, this is the Super. Now, this is the biggest, it's the most luxurious. It takes a maximum user weight of up to 25.5 stone. Now, we've never, ever done this before. Right now, £500 off our usual price. This is only for, say, a time-limited, it's a time-limited offer, so don't wait till, the middle of January, anything like that. Do it right now, and you'll get £500 off. That gives you a price, by the way, of less than £2,500. Excluding the VAT. We'll talk about that later because most of you will not have to pay any VAT. Now, the one that I'm on is in the middle here. This is the Elite. Today, right now, it is down by £400. We have never, ever been able to discount that before like this. It's got a maximum user weight of 21.5 stone. And you've got the armrests on there as well. So a little bit more space on the seat, nice armrests, and a maximum user weight there of 21.5 stone. And so that makes that 2,195. You'll know, best price we've ever done by far. And then finally, oh, by the way, that one comes in the black and the red. Super comes in the black, red, and the blue. And then finally, the Standard over here, you get this in all the colours, so black, red, champagne, and blue. Today, right now, we're going to give you a £300 savings. So 500 on the Super, 400 on the Elite, and 300 on the Standard. So that makes it £1,795. Now, I want you to watch the whole show because this is such a beautiful mobility scooter. It's so easy to use. It folds down. It's called Luggy because it folds down to what looks like a piece of luggage. And if you would really like one of these right now, you can actually get one home for just a £500 deposit. So we have got finance options available, but you could actually get home for £500. And I don't mind telling you, and this is the absolute truth, the Luggy goes crazy in January. We always sell huge amounts in January, but we are doing a Christmas special right now. You won't get this price once we get into January. The offer finishes the beginning of January. But if you order it right now, you'll get the best ever price that we've ever done. You might be asking why. Come and join me over here. Can't wait to cut into this. This is... Actually, let me reverse. Hang on. This is our happy 2nd anniversary Luggy cake. It looks gorgeous, doesn't it? But this is why... I hope it tastes as good as it looks. I'm sure it will. But this is why we've got the best ever prices right now. Honestly, these are amazing deals. Something I forgot to mention, we've never really talked about it before as well. If you already own a Luggy, maybe you bought the Standard 2 years ago, the one that I'm on right now. If you want to upgrade to the Elite, or maybe you've got the Elite and you now want to upgrade to the Super, Luggy with local mobility also do part exchange as well. So if you just want to give us a call right now, we can actually talk about maybe part exchange. It's a different phone number this hour, don't forget. It's 0800 012 4260. And the phone lines, by the way, open 9 till 6 Monday to Thursday, 9 till 5 on a Friday, and 9:30 till 4 on a Saturday as well. I can't wait to tell you more about this, but we are celebrating 2 years of bringing this amazing mobility scooter. And it really has allowed ladies and gents who have been trapped at home for sometimes many, many years to get out and enjoy life again. Getting out in the garden, getting out on cruise holidays, travelling the world in comfort and with ease, just doing simple things like, you know, shopping, going down to the local garden centre, seeing friends and family. Now, you'll notice for each model, by the way, these are so easy to drive and to manoeuvre. We'll talk about all that later. You'll see us go outside a little bit later on as well. But for every model, you'll see two different prices on the screen. One will include VAT and one is VAT excluded. Now, basically, the bottom line is virtually everyone that orders a Luggy will not have to pay VAT. We'll talk about that a little bit later on in more detail, but you can also ask the call centre as well. But virtually everybody that orders the Luggy should not have to pay the VAT. I just hope today, and I really mean this, I was so excited because I have presented the show for 2 years now. We have never, ever had an offer like this, and I'm hearing we will probably never, ever do this again. So today is the day. £300 off the standard, £400 off the elite, and a massive £500 off the super. Wow, what a show. But let's give you a little taste if you are new to Luggy. And just have a look at this clip of film and you'll get an idea of how the Luggy can give you your freedom and your life back.
Do you require the use of a mobility scooter? Want to go on holiday but know you'll have difficulties without one? Or is it a hassle getting yours into your car? Then look no further than the incredible Luggy folding mobility scooter. With up to 13 miles between charges, you are good to go almost anywhere with this powerful yet compact, lightweight travel scooter that can be taken on planes, trains, buses and cruise ships. It folds quickly and simply in under 30 seconds with no tools required and then rolls along conveniently like a suitcase on wheels. Plus it fits comfortably into most car boots for maximum accessibility when at your destination. If you already use mobility aids, then now's the time to find out how the Luggy can change your life.
Well, I want to introduce you to a lovely chap. This is Nigel, who's been with us for 2 years now. Happy anniversary, Nigel.
Happy anniversary to you, Shaun.
do you know, I've honestly loved our show since I've presented nearly every show with Nigel. We've never, ever had prices like what we've got today, have we? Nowhere near, actually.
Nowhere near. Obviously, we've done some good deals, but nothing like what we've got today.
It's amazing, seriously.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm as excited as you to do this show.
I've been lost for words for once, actually.
It's unbelievable. You know, when we were sort of sat down, sort of up at our head office, and we were, you know, thinking of what we can do. It's our 2-year anniversary. You know, it's coming up to Christmas. You know, what prices are we going to do this? And then when the boss dropped it, I was like, and at first I thought he was joking. I went, really?
Well, the most I think we've ever had off the super before was £150, but it's the best deal we've ever done in 2 years. So, I was going to
sorry, Shaun. The only thing I would say is if anybody has been watching it before and have seen this and are just thinking about it, just get it done. Yeah. Pick up the phone today.
We do think
get it done.
We think they're going to fly, honestly, and you know, we just hope obviously there's enough. I mean, hopefully.
Well, no, we've never been in that situation before, but it would be nice.
Listen, it might happen today.
You never know.
Just quote Ideal 0512 to get those massive discounts. But anyway, you might be new to the show. Tell us a bit about yourself and local mobility, if you can, now.
Okay. Well, basically, local mobility. We're a UK-based company. We're based up in Lee, just outside Manchester. Family-run company. Paul, our managing director, he's been on the show once. We have an office full of girls. Then all pick up the phone when you ring them. Very friendly team. You know, as you mentioned, we'll explain the VAT. We'll go through absolutely everything with them.
And no questions are too small, too big. Honestly,
no, I think the saying is the only stupid question is a question or asked.
Exactly,
as they say.
And then Nigel, I gather that you are part of the British Healthcare Trades Association as well.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, and basically what that does then, that obviously ensures that we have to adhere to certain sort of rules and regulations in regards to sort of going out and visiting people and
now, by the way, have you noticed how compact the Luggy is? That's how it folds up. We're going to show you live demonstrations, but that really is what makes it so different from other mobility scooters out there. Now, I know that over the last 2 years, we've had the most... I mean, seriously, some viewers have almost brought us to tears. In fact, they have, with their stories and their emails. You know, this has honestly changed lives. And you actually go to homes and demonstrate these, Nigel, don't you?
I do, yeah. Obviously, there's myself and 3 other guys on the road, and basically our day-to-day job is where we literally go out, visit customers, demonstrate the scooter, obviously get them on there, make sure it ticks all their boxes, and yeah, it's, you know, it's a fantastic job.
Nigel's one of the few people that I know that says, I love my job. I absolutely love my job. Most of my friends moan and moan, but you love your job.
No, I do. Hands up, Shaun. Yeah.
And all our customers absolutely love their Luggies. John Butcher, he's got his Luggie, said, excellent demonstration. That was you, Nigel. Controls thoroughly explained and time taken to try out the Luggie with road trail. Delighted with overall appearance and paint finish. Met all of my requirements and expectations. Very patient representative. 10 out of 10. Honestly, it is a very patient and caring team. Mrs. Dooley said, dear everyone, and especially you, Nigel, I've recently purchased a Luggie folding mobility scooter. I must say how it's given me my old self back, although I am now a certain age, 86 years. It has knocked some years off, giving me the advantage of being a lady again and doing what a lady likes to do, shopping. My best wishes to you and all of the team, and of course to Nigel especially. Now, honestly, the most amazing testimonials, but what I cannot emphasise enough right now, and I really mean this, I've presented the show for 2 years, we have never, ever had deals anything like as good as we've got right now for Christmas. You could actually have this and be using it over the Christmas period, over New Year, but it is important to give us a call right now. And I don't want, you know, normally, I'm not being funny, but normally I say on these shows, take your time, I'll book a demonstration, but today, because the price is so good, I would definitely get on the phone lines. It's a free phone number, even if you've just got questions, queries, 0800 012 4260. So let's just remind you, because these are, seriously, these are, I thought they were, when I got the notes, I actually thought they were typos. Seriously, I thought, no, they're not taking £500 off the Super, but we are. So here's the discounts today. So the standard is now with a £300 saving today. The Elite, which is slightly larger with the armrest, £400 off. And the Super has £500 off today. Massive savings. Free UK delivery. The offers apply to both VAT inclusive and exclusive prices and a 2-year limited warranty. All you need to do right now is quote Ideal 0512. Now, the VAT, I won't go into too much detail, but the bottom line is, if you need to use a Luggie mobility scooter, the chances are that you will not have to pay the VAT. So, you know, if you are classed as disabled, chronically sick, if you've got a condition such as maybe diabetes, or if you're terminally ill, you would not need to pay the VAT. So just ask us about that. Honestly, it's really, really straightforward. But the vast majority of you will not have to pay the VAT. And all the details are on our Local Mobility website. Local Mobility, by the way, have a great range of products to help you during everyday life and around the home, from bath lifters to rise and recline chairs, so a huge variety of products. But this show is all about the Luggie folding mobility scooter. Now, Nigel, can you, I know we've got loads of new viewers watching around, I was like, can you show how this unfolds? Do I need to get my toolbox out, Nigel?
No toolboxes needed, no parts to go together. You don't have to lift this out separately, you don't have to lift that out separately, line this up and click this in and clip that, and very straightforward.
Go on then, Nigel, show it. So this is why the Luggie is so popular, or one of the reasons, I should say.
OK, here we go.
So
Simply
small when it's folded.
tip it back, pull ring, back the seat up. Start to look a little bit more like a mobility scooter, Shaun.
Look at this. Now, I know Nigel's done this before, but honestly, we've had ladies, and you'll see some of them later, in their 70s and even their 80s, and gents that can just do that. Wow.
Yeah, it's a simple process, Shaun. You know, we try and go back to front, bottom to top.
Easy. But it was so fast you might have missed it, so we slowed it down. Have a little look at this. Now, Nigel, the Luggie's exclusive to Local Mobility in the UK, isn't it?
That's correct, yeah. You can buy the Luggie from anybody else in the UK bar ourselves.
But look, that's honestly all you need to do. Now, my producer just said to me, our lovely Izzy, she said, hang on, but Nigel's young and fit. I'm not quite sure about that, you know.
Well, no.
No, you are.
No.
But you are relatively fit and relatively young. We're both
Relatively.
that. But,
I'll take it, Sean. I'll take it.
But we've actually had... Do you remember Libby? Of course you remember Libby.
Of course, Libby, yeah.
Libby, the most gorgeous lady, she actually came down and joined us on one of the shows. The Luggy had changed Libby's life. But here she's showing you how easy it is to fold the Luggy up and down.
I'm going to fold it first.
Now, did it take you long to get the knack of this, Libby? Or...
No, because Nigel here...
Our lovely Nigel.
Our lovely Nigel.
Our little star.
Gave me a fantastic demonstration.
So he came to your home?
And he came to the house and he gave me a very good demonstration. And not only once, but he went through it time and time again until I was really sure that I could actually fold it. So...
well, I'll let you finish folding.
Yeah.
So here we go. And remember, no tools or anything needed whatsoever.
No.
So we don't need Allen keys, spanners.
No. That's
so
it.
Small like that, isn't it?
And if I wanted to wheel it, like you demonstrated earlier, I would put the tiller bar up and take it away.
Do you know, Libby was such an inspiration when we met her. She's such a laugh as well, honestly. We had a really great day with her. But the Luggy had honestly changed her life. And Libby now, she honestly travels the world and she wouldn't be able to do it without the Luggy. That could be you. You know, maybe you're trapped at home a lot of the time now. Maybe your life's become really small and really closed. This could give you freedom. And I just want you to, we've got another little clip of Libby, if that's okay with you at home. Just have a little listen to the passion that Libby has in her voice when she talks about her Luggy and the freedom and the joy that it's given her.
I chose Luggy because my niece, who visited Italy last year, she saw one there. And when she came back to England, she said, Libby, you've got to buy one. It was a real independence for me to go to the airport with my Luggie Scooter, to go around with my family and sit at a table, have a cup of tea and coffee, and then board the plane. Luggie has made a huge difference to my life, my freedom, my independence. I take it to go shopping, whether it's for clothes or for food, so it has really made a huge difference to my life. I mean, it's very easy for anyone to fold this Luggie Scooter, and put it in the car, in the boot of the car. It's fantastic. The best place I've used my Luggie Scooter was in Italy. I visited Tuscany this year and I was able to go around with my family using my Luggie Scooter. It was fantastic.
Amazing lady, but
Fantastic,
the Luggy
Libby.
has made such a huge difference. By the way, if you have just joined us, don't go anywhere. You've probably noticed the 3 stars there. We've got £300 off the standard, £400 off the elite, £500 off the super. We've never, ever done this before, and I'm sure the phone lines are going to be super, super busy today. But, Nigel, I want to go back to basics. What kind of, you know, some of our viewers are asking, what kind of terrain is this suitable for? Is it okay on grass, for example, and things like that?
Well, yeah, as we've demonstrated on the show several times before, you know, it can go over a mixture of terrains, you know, your normal tarmacs, your concreted areas, your compressed gravel. We'll go over the grass, which we'll demonstrate later on.
I mean, the weather's okay, so we will go out later, and you'll even see this going up and down ramps and things like that.
Yeah, that's right. Gradients, you know, we'll do a 1 in 6 gradient, believe it or not. It's absolutely fantastic machine.
Will you give us a quick talk around it? A lot of our customers that have ordered have commented on how easy it is to drive and manoeuvre. And I've got to say, because I'm the worst driver, honestly, I'm a dreadful driver, but I am. my friends hate being with me in the car, but this is incredibly easy. This is the standard, by the way.
Yeah, again, standard, this is the standard, obviously, Luggie Scooter. This will take up to 18 stone in weight. Which is
really good, isn't it?
It is very good, yes. It does a maximum, or it does up to 11 miles on a full charge, per charge. Again, as you mentioned, control and manoeuvrability. Obviously, with our sort of levers, as you rightly demonstrate, Sean, as you gradually pull your lever in, you use a slight click, that's your automatic brakes releasing. Or your magnetic brakes releasing. The more you pull your lever in, the faster you will then go. Again, when you want to stop, just simply release. On the other side, as you gently pull that in, that'll allow you to reverse as well. And then when you
So
want to stop,
simple.
simply release. As we can probably see on the side here, we have what we call a control. There we go. We have what we call a variable speed valve. Quite simply, tortoise at the top there, hair at the bottom, nice little arrow in between. Again, as you gradually turn that, obviously you can control your maximum speed. When it's on the tortoise, your maximum speed's approximately 2 miles an hour, but you can turn it then up to the maximum, have it on the hare, where it's a maximum of 4 miles an hour.
And it is nippy on 4 miles an hour. It's nice and nippy, isn't it?
It is quite nippy, Shaun, yeah, as you demonstrate on a monthly basis.
I always get told off to go too fast. I do, actually.
Again, with the scooter, you'll only go as fast as you want it to go.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, whatever you feel comfortable doing, that's what you can do.
Now, remember, on today's show, best price ever, £300 off this. So you'll actually get it at £1,795, excluding the VAT. But as I mentioned, most of you will not have to pay the VAT. Now, that's the standard. But today, and we have never, ever done this before, the Elite has £400
off.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
I honestly think we're going to have more orders today than we've ever had before in the last 2 years. So £400 off that price today. What are the main differences then, Nigel?
Well, probably the main difference, before I talk about the scooter, is you're picking up an Elite for literally what you used to pay for a standard.
Yeah, you are, pretty much, aren't you?
With that massive £400 off.
Yeah, so it's like an upgrade, isn't it? Yeah.
You've gone from economy to business class already.
You really
Happy
have.
days. Happy days.
And if you go for the super, we're going to take you into first class. Yeah.
Right. The main difference is with this one. Again, as you can probably see from the back, or from the front rather, this one comes with armrests as standard. Okay, has a slightly wider seat. This one takes up to 21 stone. Okay, has adjustable hand grips, so you can have a slightly wider grip. Again, your armrests can adjust as well to more comfortable settings. Obviously, you know, if you sat on it like this, say you put a nice padded jacket on for the winter when you want to go out, keep nice and warm, and pop them out, make yourself a little bit more comfortable. Again, you still have your variable speed valve. Oh, surprise, surprise, it's set up on maximum. I'm going to turn it back
So
down
I was on this earlier.
turn it down to slow. Again, hand lever controls, quite simple, straightforward. But obviously on this one, what we have is we have a digital.
Thank you, Nigel, there you go.
Okay, we have a digital display on this one, and all this simply comes down to is obviously we've got 11 LED lights. We have 4 green, 4 amber, 4 red, and basically what they tell you is obviously your power of your battery. So, for instance, when they're fully illuminated, you have a full battery. Do a maximum of 13 miles.
Which is, I mean, that's half a marathon.
Half a marathon.
That's a lot of travelling.
You think about half a marathon. How long does some people take to do sort of a walk or that run, you know, and you can do it on...
It's a lot of travelling, isn't it, on one charge?
It is.
Now, is it just as easy to fold the Elite down?
Exactly the same. Exactly the same.
Do you want to show us, Nigel? Is that all right?
Of course. Again, obviously, with the standard, where we went, obviously, when we set it up, we went back to front, bottom to top. With this one, we just do it in reverse. Starting point, hand grips, drop them in. So we go top to bottom. Come to our middle bit.
I mean, imagine, you know, no separate parts.
No tools, don't have to line
no
anything
Allen keys, nothing. You know, it's so easy. And it is, you know, it's called the Luggy because that is like a piece of luggage, isn't it?
Then, if you need to adjust it anywhere,
look at that.
Simply pop your hand grip up. Again, as you said, like a little bit of luggage.
And this is why the Luggy allows ladies and gents to literally travel the world. So, holidays, cruise ships, days out with friends and family to garden centres, stately homes. Yeah,
it's what people sort of want to get back out there and go and visit again. You know, things that they have been unable to do for a few years for whatever reason.
And it might just be simple things in life. You know, it might just be able to get to the doctors a bit more easily, or to go shopping, or your local garden centre, cafe.
Go and visit that friend that lives just round the corner that you haven't had a chance to go and see.
Honestly, and I'm not just saying this, I have loved presenting this show with Nigel for the past 2 years. Now, the weird thing, not the weird, but since I've worked with you, Nigel, and Luggy and Local Mobility, I notice scooters all the time.
Yeah.
And I was in Stamford, it's a town near where I live, the other day, and this poor gentleman His wife used a mobility scooter, and this poor gentleman, who was also elderly, was taking this scooter to bits and lifting each bit into the car, and I could tell he was getting a bit bothered with it. You know, a lot of the other mobility scooters are like that. They're bulky, or they come in several.
They are, and
pieces.
they have to. The strange thing with those is when you have to strategically place each piece, and you know what I mean. If you get that piece wrong, or you do it in you won't get the rest of the scooter in.
And if it's too hard work, you just end up not using it. You know, maybe you've got a mobility scooter, but it's big and it's cumbersome. This, in terms of storage, is brilliant as well. I'm not being funny, but you could live in the smallest flat or apartment, couldn't you?
Yes, most definitely, yeah. We do sell it to customers, like you say, in housing accommodation, you know, managed flats. Yeah, look how small it folds up to, size of a coffee table.
So honestly, there are just so many wonderful things about the Luggy. And actually, we have got some measurements for you, just to give you an idea. And so the standard has a width of 17.5 inches, the Elite 19.5, the Super 20, lengthwise 15.5 for the standard and the Elite, and 16 for the Super, and the height there just 25 inches. So that's how small these are when folded. Now remember, if you have just joined us, we have honestly got today, to celebrate the 2nd anniversary, the best deals ever by far with the Luggy. I know we are going to be super busy. I think the Super actually today, normally it's the Elite that's generally the most popular. I think the Super might outsell the Elite today, because remember, with the £500 off, it is like getting a free upgrade, isn't it? And all I'll say to everyone, don't be shy. Maybe you've seen the show before, maybe you've thought about this. We've got a lovely team in the call centre. They're there to answer any questions, any queries, but don't let this opportunity pass you by, because we don't know if we will ever be able to do anything like these offers again, and I really, really mean that. But do you want to see it unfolded again? I do, Nigel. Do you mind?
Of course not, John. Of course
so this is the Elite, of course.
Yeah, this is the Elite. Again, obviously, just put it back to our standard Luggy size. Again, slightly tip it to your side. Release pin. Ease it down. Again, back to front, bottom to top. Back goes up.
So
clamp our middle a little bit then. Clamp in the middle, lever. Again, completely adjustable. Seat has 2 height settings. Again, with our tiller, again, can be adjusted to suit any height. Obviously, you can put it in between. Adjustable hand grips.
So quick, isn't it?
And then, obviously, pick your angle.
And don't forget, by the way, it comes in red or black, and the maximum user weight, 21.5 stone. Right, just getting some questions about the battery, Nigel. So
okay.
Where is it? How do we charge it up?
Right, quite simply, Shaun.
Oh, yeah, I see it. There we go.
This is our battery, neatly underneath the seat.
Isn't it? Yeah.
It is indeed.
And it's, I know I've lifted this up before, it's not heavy, is it?
No, approximately 4 pounds in weight.
Yeah. It's
lithium-ion battery, which again is the unique selling factor that allows it to go on the cruise ships, the airlines. You know, we get feedback from, you know, obviously again I'm going to use Libby. Use it right up to the plane doors. Yeah. You know, fold it down into the plane, touch down the other side, ask it back, and away through.
It's so yeah. Good. Do you know, I was on a cruise a couple of months ago, and you see lots of different mobility scooters on the cruise, and some are big, bulky, but I did see a few Luggies. Yeah. And they were great, you know.
Yeah. Again, some feedback that we've had, obviously, people who are used to cruising obviously know that sometimes, you know, ships can get into the, or, you know, every dock. And the Luggy is the only scooter that they are willing to take on the tender, the small boat that takes you from the ship to shore.
Really?
You know, and we've, yeah,
because obviously the tender boats are like the lifeboats, so they are small. Yeah,
small boats.
Right, just quick. Nigel, I think we're going to be so busy today. Great show. This is Christmas come early, it is, but we have 3 offers available. So if you want the standard, £300 off today. And remember, maximum use weight of 18 stone. It will have a range of up to 11 miles, and you've got 4 colours to choose from. Now the Elite, you've got more room. You've got the armrests. You've got a maximum use weight of 21 stone, and I'll just give you the details there. So if you'd like the Elite, then you've actually got £400 off today. That is by far the best deal we have ever done. by far, actually. I've presented virtually all the shows in the last couple of years. And the Super, maybe you've had your eye on this, or maybe you're even looking to upgrade. Well, you can actually get the Super today with £500 off the price, Shaun. So don't forget, you'll actually get it for less than £2,500. And Nigel, the reason why you're doing the best deals today, we are celebrating the 2nd anniversary with local mobility and Luggy right now today.
We are. What I did get asked when I was sort of just off screen, what are we going to do for our 3rd year anniversary?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think.
Don't forget, you can get one home, and all you need is a £500 deposit as well.
Yeah, from as less as £500 deposit, depending how long you would like to take it over. Again, pick up the phone, give the girls a ring in the office.
Or if you can have a free home demonstration as well, of course.
You can indeed, yeah.
I would suggest, although you can have the free home demonstration, I would I'd buy one today if you can, just because of the price.
No, you're exactly right. Obviously, the beauty of it is, that every scooter comes with full instructions. We're always at the end of the phone. Should anybody get stuck, we actually send them a DVD with it as well. And again, obviously, there's always you and I showing people how to do it.
There certainly is. Hey, anyway, this show is also about sharing with you some of the great customer experiences with the Luggy. And Karen called in a little while ago, and well, she was amazing. So just have a listen to Karen and why she loves her Luggy. We're actually going to the phone lines, and we're going to speak to Karen, who I believe is from the Cotswolds. Is that right?
Yeah, just outside the
Just
Cotswolds.
outside, yeah?
Yeah.
Karen, are you there?
I'm online. Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, Karen, we can only just hear you, so we'll just get the volume up in the studio a little bit. So, Karen, thank you for calling in. How long have you had your Luggy then, Karen?
I've had my Luggy for about 4 or 5 months now, and it's been absolutely amazing. And it is, like Nigel says, life-changing, because it means you can go out. I can go out to the shop, do what I want to do. I can go down to our local area, go in and out the shops, and it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
And Karen, before you got the Luggy, so how did you get around, or did you just spend a lot of time at home?
So I used a rollator, which is a tri-walker.
Yes, yeah.
That's hard, and it's quite hard going. So I thought I really need something else. So I looked around at lots of different products, and I decided on the Luggy. And Nigel, lovely Nigel, came up and gave a no-holds-barred demonstration. It was absolutely brilliant. No sales pitch, just decide for yourself. I thought, yes, that is the thing for me. And I've recently been on a cruise, Shaun. And, yeah, what a money. I've done more than you, actually.
How many have you done then, Karen?
I could have sold this Luggy 10 times over.
Really?
And so I was on the top deck and people were going, oh, could you give us a little demonstration? Couldn't you see how fast it goes? Can we see it turn round? So I did all that, and people with mobility issues that were walking on sticks, I said, you need to get one of these. They're absolutely brilliant.
And was it easy? I know some parts of cruise ships are quite narrow, like the corridors, and was it really easy to get around everywhere?
Yes, it was. And I would have to say that going in and out of the lifts, because you would know, Shaun, that they are pretty small, some of the lifts.
Can be, yeah.
But with the Luggy, it goes in and it's fine. And going into the restaurant, some other people on big machines, I have to say, had to leave their machines at the front of the restaurant. I could just drive my Luggy in and put it down and get in the chair, and then my husband would fold it up like the suitcase and take it away. And so I looked like a normal person, really.
Oh, fabulous. Karen, it really, I often say this in the shows that it has changed, customers' lives. It's a big thing to say, but it honestly does sound like it has changed your life.
Yes, it has. Yeah, absolutely. Up now in the morning and go out around the shop, and it's not a problem.
Well, I'll tell you what, I know it's beginning to get dark outside, but I just want to show you how easy it is to get out, you know, into the garden. There's grass out there. There's a decked area. So come and join us. I'm just thinking as well, you know, if you still want to get out and about doing Christmas shopping, remember, if you order before 1 o'clock any day, we can actually deliver this the next day. But anyway, come and follow me out. See what Nigel's up to. So look, over that little ramp, we've got a cobbled area here, so like block paving, I should say. Right, the grass is a bit long, but I'm going to try it. So, am I allowed to go over the grass? Am I? No? No? Oh, too late. but no, it's great. I mean, the grass, look how long this is actually, but it's fab, isn't it? So right over that long grass, back onto our paved area. Nigel's there, hello, matey.
All right, Shaun. Having fun?
Yeah. I don't know if it's supposed to go over the grass, but it's fun. But this is great on grass, isn't it?
It's fine, yeah, yeah.
And
obviously,
Nigel,
we don't advise you. The only thing is, we wouldn't advise, obviously, if it's soaking wet, you would sink, but that's absolutely fine.
Now, we were saying earlier, I mean, having a Luggie doesn't just help the user, but it helps the whole family, doesn't it?
It does indeed. You know, it allows people to be able to get out and about and, you know, go for that walk in the park. You know, be able to go across the seafront that the things that you used to enjoy doing. You know, even obviously where we go down, sort of obviously to the sort of the raised deck, and to be able to have that opportunity and that chance to get out and about and enjoy the fresh air again.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just thinking, I mean, imagine Boxing Day, you know, going out with your partner or the grandkids, friends and family, just for, you know, a nice little trip out.
The family walk, like you say, Christmas family walk, why not, you know?
And Nigel, you're saying on ramps, again, great on ramps.
Yeah. Again, you know, as you can see, perfectly demonstrated, Shaun. You can come up there whatever speed you feel most comfortable doing.
And also, have you noticed the small turning circle? So, you know, even if you're in a really small kind of charity shop or something, you know, a little, say, your little corner shop.
Even this time of year with everything out, you know, in these shops where they're trying to put as much possible to give you as much choice as possible.
I'm even thinking like little markets and things like that, though.
Why not? You know, you think about your turkey and tinsel trips that people go on.
Yeah.
You know, being able to get out the bottom of a coach and just go and enjoy, you know, go and enjoy cities that you probably ordinarily wouldn't go and visit.
I mean, it honestly does change lives, and we just hope today, because we've got the best prices that we've ever had by far.
Ever.
To celebrate the 2nd anniversary.
Never going to see him again.
No, honestly, give us a call today.
Anywhere else.
And by the way, I'm just going to stop there. That's how good the brakes are.
Yeah, literally. You know, you can imagine if you're going up an hill, down an hill, take your hands off the controls, magnetic brakes come back on, stop.
I mean, honestly, believe me, in real life, I'm quite dizzy. You know, I am honestly. I lose my car keys and my wallet every day without fail. But this is so simple. I never get confused with the controls. No. Never.
And they won't come off until you pull your lever in to be able to make you go forward or backwards.
I remember you can go at your own pace. I mean, look, it can go as steady as this.
Yeah.
Or if you're sick of your partner or your friend that you're with, you can just literally.
Or you're on all day and it's last orders and you were the quickest to the bar. Get them in, you know.
Now, one of the great things about the Luggie, one of the many great things, is the fact that it is so easy to fold away on all public transport. Nigel even mentioned that on the tender ships with cruises, they're allowed on those as well. But your general car as well. Can you show us how easy it is, Nigel?
Of course. Again, you know, just relaying back to that screenshot that we showed earlier on with, you know, the scooter that breaks up into 4 or 5 different pieces. I mean, you know, and the amount of room that it takes up.
And after a lovely day out, it must be so frustrating to have to, you know, really spend quite a bit of time taking the scooter to pieces, putting every bit in the right area.
Exactly. You imagine, you know, with this, and again, the beauty of the Luggie is you don't have to do it all in one go. You do it in 2. Front wheels simply up, come across the back, lift as we're supposed to, bent knees straight back, lift it in, again, pivot it round. Again, if I wanted to, simply move it back, still have half the boot there. Again,
we could actually probably get 2 in there as well.
You could probably get 2 in it, or if we just simply do it this way.
Oh wow, even smaller. Now, do you remember Judy? that came on the
Judy.
show.
Yeah, good old Judy, yeah.
Lovely lady.
Yeah,
Hello to Judy for
fantastic.
watching, whether she's still messaging me.
She probably is watching, actually.
Yeah.
Hi, Judy.
But, Judy, yeah, lovely lady, but she came and joined us on the show, and look, you see how easy Judy folds up her own Luggy.
So we're going to fold this one down?
Yeah, do you mind?
No, not at all.
So this is the standard model that we've got lined up here. And did it take you a while to learn how to do this?
Well, you know, if you've got a husband who can do it for you, then you kind of let that happen, don't you?
But were Nigel's team, were they good at just showing
Brilliant.
you and your husband all?
Absolutely brilliant,
how
yeah.
to do
I don't
this?
think I folded that quite far enough. Let's just
No,
take
just
that down a
needs to
tad
be in a
more.
couple of inches to make
That's
that.
it. There we are.
So there's no rush.
And we'll take it down. And it sits neatly in there.
And that clips over.
Yeah. And we're going to just unlatch these like that, because that will allow it to fold up in the middle. Right.
It's just
And
great.
I usually just hold this, just give it a slight lift there, so that that actually will then, if I do that, that should release a little. Oh, should it release easier? Oh, no.
Did you do it correctly there? There you go.
Yeah, she is,
There
yeah.
we go.
Lovely.
And then when you've got it to there, that's in sort of a skateboard mode, right?
Lovely.
You can put it in the car like that, but I'm going to show you how to fold it right up. Is that all right?
Yeah, of course it is.
So then what we
And
would
Judy's
do...
been honest. I mean, sometimes your husband does help you do this, doesn't
So
he?
then you could lift it up and you can fold it up like that, and that would be really simple to do, right? Right in half. But if we go back down and we'll put these latches back on so that you can see, we need only lift this a little way, halfway up, oops, to there. And then we can put those latches back on.
So it's so easy, isn't it?
Now this way, when I had it, Nigel suggested that when I went on an aircraft, I should only put it to this size. And you'll see why, because if we then take this down, all of the tiller is all protected by the seat.
So you can have it like that?
So it's not
Brilliant.
going to get damaged if anybody knocks it. So on an aircraft, that's a bit safer. So
And
if we
again-
fold it up and bring it up like that so that the wheels are there, put my foot against the wheel so it's not going to slide, and then lift it up, and we can just wheel it into the car.
Well, that was a lovely Judy. Now, Judy's got the super, you may have noticed.
Yeah, she has, yeah.
And remember, today, right now, £500 off the super. Now, that is the best deal we've ever done. Think,
You can buy it cheaper. You can buy a super cheaper today than you can buy an elite.
wow. So we actually think the
Wow.
super could be the top seller today. And remember, that super with the £500 off, even if you can't maybe pay the full payment today, you can actually get it with a £500 deposit because finance options are available. And actually, Nigel was saying earlier that, and I didn't realise this until today, that local mobility actually do part exchange as well. So if somebody wanted to upgrade,
Yeah.
they could do that today, couldn't they?
Of course they can. Let's say, for instance, they bought their standard 2 years ago. Give us a call, upgrade to the elite. Why not upgrade to the super?
Yeah.
Why not make that big jump from economy to business plus?
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, even first class. Just quickly, Nigel, can we just quickly show how this comes out?
How it comes out quite simply. Again, everything in reverse. So as you pull it around, a little bit easier. Just rest it on the bumper like so. So the only place I'm touching it is just at the front there. Again, rather than having to bend, control it on the back of the seat, and then just allow the scooter to slide down your bumper. Touches the floor, simply roll it back, ease it down. Again,
It is so simple,
back to
Nigel.
front, bottom to top. Yep. Obviously, just double check our centre clips are already in. Oh, my microphone.
Don't worry about
off.
your little microphone cover, Nigel. Yeah.
It's not too windy.
Yours won't come with this, by the way. And fully
it up.
adjustable.
To where you want them. Lock the centre bit back down, and we're ready to go.
It is a brilliant design.
It's
isn't it?
it's
I mean,
fantastic. Shaun, what never ceases to amaze me is, although we've been doing it on the show for 2 years, still when we go out and that wow factor on people's faces when you show them how quick
yeah.
it simply goes up.
And don't forget, although I'd love you to buy this today because we've got the best prices ever. If you want a free home visit and demonstration, Nigel and his team can give you that as well. But do call right now to book that. But we're going to get back inside. Nigel's not cold. I'm freezing. But travelling is so easy with the Luggy.
I'm excited. I'm a little nervous too. It's been a really long time I haven't seen him since.
Hi, I'm wondering if you guys could help me?
Wow! You ready? Yes, let's do it!
Mom, I can't believe you made it.
Joshua!
Missed you so much. I missed you too.
Well, if you have just joined us, thank you indeed for choosing Ideal World right now and our Luggie show with local mobility. Now, really important, if you just have a quick word with everybody at home, we've actually been running this show now for 2 years. It's our second anniversary with Luggie and local mobility. We've had so many ladies and gents of all ages that have bought the Luggie in the past, and it has honestly changed their lives. It's given them freedom. It's allowed them to do big things like world cruises, but there's little things. Going down to a local garden centre, nipping to see a neighbour that you've not seen for maybe many, many weeks, months, even years. Going out with the grandkids, going out with your partner, your husband, your wife. So today, I would just love you, if you've thought about this before, I'd love you to pick up the phones. The reason being, we have got, and I've presented nearly every show in the last 2 years, and I can honestly say to you, hand on heart, we have got the best deals ever. And we're not just talking a difference of a few pounds. We have got, well, I'll show you right now. The Super, we've never done this before, and we doubt we'll ever do it again. £500 off right now. Now, don't mind telling you, Nigel and I were talking, January is a massive month for local mobility, but if you leave it until after the 5th of January, this will not be available. I hope, obviously, we've got enough stock as well, but if you want the Super today, it has got £500 off. That would bring the price down to less than £2,500. It's amazing value. The Elite is in the middle. Now, this today has £400 off the price on the screen there. And again, never ever had that before. By the way, the Super has a maximum use weight of 25.5 stone. The Elite, 21 stone. It's a bit, you can see that it's got the armrests as well. And then the Standard, which is still brilliant, that has £300 off today, and that has a maximum use weight of 18 stone. Now, the call centre, lovely team. They're there to take your calls, any questions, any queries. They are open 9 till 6 Monday to Thursday, 9 to 5 on a Friday, and 9:30 till 4 on, of course, a Saturday. Now, I'm just going to show you, I'm just thinking about Christmas, maybe you going out for Christmas meals and things like that. Nigel, I notice, is you buy the cake, Nigel?
Long story, Shaun, but yeah, we were here for a meeting not long back, and my boss really hounded Mary about a cake, so she's gone to the trouble to get us a cake, so I'm just making sure nobody steals it.
Right, I'll see that in a minute.
I'll bring it back with me, Paul, I promise.
Now, just quickly, Christmas Day, maybe going out for Christmas meals, things like that. Watch this. I've brought my tiller already down here, but look, can you see how this can go right up to a table. I can get right the way in there. In fact, I can even nudge a little bit closer. So, again, it just makes it so nice and easy to dine out and about in pubs and restaurants and with friends and family. Now, we've got here in Nigel a lovely health and beauty expert called Juliet. And Juliet actually has been using Luggy recently because of an operation on her ankle, and it's allowed her to continue working. So here's Juliet to tell you her own personal story with regards to the Luggy.
I had a total ankle replacement in December.
You're bionic.
I am partly bionic. Part Transformer, my nephew says, and he's responsible for the bling. He put me a little bling L plate on it. But when I knew I was going in for the operation, I know I'm very independent. I'm used to being working out on the road, you know, constantly, and I thought I need a scooter. And you sort of suddenly pay attention. And I looked at other people's scooters. I stopped people on the street. And then someone in my tennis club said, oh, I can lend you one. So she said, what do you want, the big one or the lightweight one? I said, the lightweight one, you know. And I got this scooter, which was very, very kind of them, but I couldn't pick it up. Not even able-bodied with a friend. So I suddenly then realised, and I'd seen these in the studios, and I thought, actually, you know, they're really good. And I can put this in my car on one leg, on my own, and I am totally independent. Last weekend, I went to Spain. So right up, as you said, right up to the airport door. You literally take the battery off, put it in your hand luggage, and you know you lift it up onto the plane.
Okay, tell them what you told me last week when you did your journey. Was it to London?
Yes, my daughter was going off on travelling, and her flight was delayed, so she had a 24-hour delay. And I was in Stoke-on-Trent at the time, and she went, "Mummy, I'm not going till tomorrow now." I went, "I'm on my way." And literally, with just my Luggy, no charger, I will say, it lasted me 2 days. I got on the train at Stoke-on-Trent, got off down the road from Euston all the way to King's Cross, on the Underground, all the way to Heathrow, round to the hotel. I stayed overnight with my daughter and did the whole thing in reverse on the way back without my charger. That's how confident I was. I had 2 full days of driving around London on one charge. Now, I actually have put a little modification on here because I thought I'm not going to get caught out again. So I've actually strapped my charger underneath my chair with Velcro.
That makes sense.
And you can fold it up and still have, so I'm just telling them now, little modification please, strap it under there, it goes perfectly. And we have the bling as well, girls need a little bit of bling.
Now, you've only just recently been allowed to drive again, so you get your Luggy to the boot of your car, and then it's several easy movements and it's folded and you just lever it in by the wheels.
You have 2 ways. My daughter's got a little tiny car and we fold it up like this and it literally is the size of a hand luggage suitcase. Mine's got a longer boot, so I literally just put this down, push it in, drop the seat, and I get hold of the handle at the front here, put it onto the ledge of the car, bend over, pick up the back of the seat, so you don't even have to bend down far, and just lift the back in, and it slides in. It is incredible, and I know you're sitting there at home thinking, well, they've given her one. Actually, no. I have bought this with my own money, and you know, so I bought this, and I was like, it is better than anything else, and trust me, I looked.
Well, that was Juliet. This show has been about celebrating the 2nd anniversary with Luggy and Local Mobility, giving you the best prices by far, and also just sharing experiences from customers that really have got their lives back thanks to this amazing scooter. One final testimonial is from the fabulous Judy. Here she is.
I found Local Mobility. I'd had a little search on the website and discovered that they were the people who supplied the Luggie scooter, and then I saw it on Ideal World as well. From the first phone call, spoke to somebody who was just lovely in the office, and she said she would arrange for somebody to come out to my house to demonstrate the scooter so that we could have a look and make a decision. He made sure I was completely happy, folding it up, setting it back up again, adjusting it, getting it exactly right for me. He was just excellent. Nothing was too much trouble. I've been able to do so much more. We go on cruise holidays, Quite recently on the Luggy, we were on a cruise in Norway, which was really good, and there was an opportunity to go to the bottom of a glacier. I was told I wouldn't be able to get there, which was a really good challenge, so I had to have a go. And Luggy and I got to the bottom of the glacier, the same as everybody else. So that was really exciting because I'd never been up close to a glacier before. And just this last week was amazing because I got to the NEC, to the National Quilt Show, which I'd not been able to do for 10 years. So to be able to go there, spend a whole day and not feel tired at the end of it was fantastic. I just can't recommend enough, really can't. It was a big move. It's a big step for anybody admitting that you need a scooter. But when you get something like this, it's so user-friendly. It's excellent and it's just made so much difference.
Made such a difference for Judy and many, many others. Nigel, can I say thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Happy second anniversary.
Yeah.
Just quickly, we've got 3 models as ever today. We've got the best prices ever. The Super has £500 off right now.
£500 off. Buy it today, cheaper than you would ordinarily buy the Elite for. Carries up to 25.5 stone, does approximately 10 miles, lithium-ion battery, allowed on aeroplanes, cruise ships, cruise liners.
Honestly, that is amazing. The Elite in the middle, £400 off.
£400 off, takes up to 21 stone, does approximately 13 miles on a full charge, or up to 13 miles on a full charge. Again, lithium-ion battery, adjustable hand grips, slightly wider seat, armrests.
And then finally, I remember you're getting the savings off the price on the screen, so £300 off the standard, bringing the price down to £1,795, of course.
Maximum user weight 18 stone, does approximately 11 miles on a full charge. Again, lithium-ion battery allows you on your aeroplanes, your cruise liners.
We are at time. By the way, great after-sales servicing as well. Just ask the team about that.
Oh, yeah, servicing's brilliant. Again, family business. Peter in the head office, fantastic.
Well, listen, I think you should take the cake away. I do.
Well, I didn't. I'll have to go back. They'll have to go back in the box, back up the pole at our head office, and they'll be over the moon with that.
Can I say thank you to everybody? Get on the phone lines right now. Get yours today at the best ever price. And don't forget, if you want a free home demonstration with Nigel and his team, they are available as well. It's been a fabulous 2 years. May it continue with Luggy and Local Mobility. We'll see you soon, Nigel.